Hello and welcome to Sew with Christine. Here is an amazing tutorial on how to cut and sew this beautiful two-tiered gathered gown. It has a boat neckline with 3-leaf keyholes. I really don't know what to call this neckline, but if you have a great name to this, then you can let me know in the comment section. So if you're new to my channel, you are welcome to Sew with Christine. But if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you to your support and all that you do. Before we get into this tutorial, I would like you to hit the subscribe button, do like this video and share. If you do not want to miss out on amazing tutorials from me, then turn your post notification bell on so whenever I post them, you get notified. I'm going to be making use of 2 yards for this dress. So I'll go ahead and fold this into 4. This part that I've just folded is for the upper parts of this dress, and I have the length here at 17 inches. That is from the shoulder to the waistline. From the shoulder to the waistline is 16 inches, so I added 1 inch for the seam allowance. I'll be using up ½ inch for the upper part and ½ inch for the base. At the top here, I'm going to go out and draw my starting line of 0.5 inch. I'll also mark the 0.5 inch seam allowance at the base, so I'm going to be left with 16 inches. On the starting line, I'll go ahead and mark the half shoulder width measurement, which is 7 inches. Then I'll come inward by 2 inches from that. Now for a boat neckline, you can come inward by 2 inches or 1.5 inches. So I'll come inward by 2 inches for this. For the neck depth here, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches. Note that I'm working on the front and the back together and will be cutting out the neckline together also. For this depth, you can come down by 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Do not go below 2.5 inches when you are making a boat neckline. I want this to sit high, that is why I'm using 1.5 inches. So by the time I use up ½ inch for the seam allowance, it's going to drop to 2 inches. We now have our boat neckline in place. From the half shoulder width measurement, I will go ahead and mark the length of the sleeve. I want the length of the sleeve to be 6 inches. So from that 7 inches mark there, I will go ahead and mark 6 inches. From the 6 inches mark, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then I will connect from the neck width to meet with the 1 inch drop. From the shoulder slope mark, I'm going to come down by 9 inch. This will be the sleeve opening. Then I'm just going to rule a straight line like so. On this line, I'll go ahead and mark the quarter bust measurement. Then I'm going to add 3 inch to this, then 1 inch for the seam allowance. At the waistline, I'll take the quarter waist measurement. I will add 3 inches to this and add 1 inch to the seam allowance. I'm adding 3 inches because it's going to be a loose fitted gown and we are not making use of zipper on this dress. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern like so. Next, I'm going to fold this piece of fabric into 4 so that I can cut out the facing of this dress. Now, you can make use of a bias to tape the neckline, or you can go ahead and make use of a facing. Note that because this dress has keyholes at the base of this boat neckline, your facing would not be too long, alright? So you want your facing to be as short as possible. So if you don't want to make use of facing, go ahead and use your bias tape. Now that we are done with this, let's move to the lower part of this dress. Now this is the piece of fabric that I'll be using for the first layer of these gathers. And I have the width here to be 2 yards. So the length of this is 11.5 inches. I added 1 inch seam allowance to that. That gives 12.5 inches. So here is the second layer. And I have this at 4 yards. You can see I went ahead to join this because the width of my fabric is 2 yards. So I had to join 2 yards into places to give me 4 yards. Alright, so I'm going to fold this into 4 and notch the sides as well as the middle points. You can see the length of this second layer is 14 inches. So for the leaf design, I'm gonna head to fold my paper into two. From the base here, I will go upward by 4 inches. Then I'm going to mark the midpoint, which is 2 inches. From that midpoint, I'll come out by 0.5 inch. Then I'm just going to connect this way. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is what it looks like. Next, I'm going to bring in the top part of this dress and I'll fold it. Afterwards, I'm going to mark the midpoint of this dress. You can actually iron this to get a line there. After marking, I will open this up, and before placing the leaf, I will come downward by 1.5 inches from the neckline, and I'll just go ahead and draw a line over those marked areas. Then I'll place the leaf on this middle line. For it to be visible to you guys, I'm going to use a pen to highlight the center part of this leaf. So when you place it on the dress, ensure that the line on the leaf and the line on the dress are well aligned. I'll go ahead and pin this paper down. Afterwards, I'll use my chalk to trace out the shape of this leaf onto the dress like so. I need you to pay close attention to what we're about to do now, because whatever we do here is going to affect what we are going to do on the other side. So I'm going to be measuring this. The base here is 1 inch. Alright, that's the distance from the leaf points at the base to the middle leaf is 1 inch. The distance at the tip of that leaf at the upper part to this middle leaf is 3.5 inches. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and trace this leaf onto the dress. So we are going to do the same thing onto this part. I'll place it this way and I'll measure 3.5 inches from the tip of this leaf to the middle point. Then at the base, I'm going to mark 1 inch there. Then I'll pin this down. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and use my chalk to trace this out. So guys, we are done with tracing the leaf pattern onto the dress. So just fold your fabric this way and make a little cut. From there, I'm going to cut upward and downward. After that, I'll go ahead and trim off the edge of this leaf, leaving about 0.25 inch. So that's where we are going to be sewing on. As you can see, I'm not cutting directly on the marked lines. I'm leaving about 0.25 inches for the same allowance. Alright guys, we are done with this. Next, I'm going to bring the piece of fabric that I will use to turn this. And you can see I've placed this right side facing right side. I'll head to my sewing machine and sew 0.25 inch round this. And this is it guys, I'm done stitching this and you can see what it looks like. Next, I'm going to cut open this midpoint of the facing like so and trim out all the edges there. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and notch the sharp points, the one at the base and the one at the top part. Then I'll turn this and trim out this fabric at the back. You can actually cut out your facing before sewing it directly onto the leaf, just like we did for the neckline. That's, you cut out 3 separate keyholes and then you just sew on it like your normal facing. I'll turn this to the wrong side like so and I'm going to pin them down in place. After pinning this down guys, this is what we have here. This is what the first one looks like. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the remaining 2 parts. Alright, here we are. I'm done with these 3 and you can see what they look like. Next, I'll go ahead and fold the raw edges of these 3 leaves. So I'm done folding these raw edges. I'll go ahead and iron this down properly. After ironing, I'm going to cut my hemming glue into 2 like so. Afterwards, I will use this hemming glue to glue these edges down onto the dress. If you do not have hemming glue, you can go ahead and stitch the leaf keyholes down. So this is it, guys. I'm done ironing the hemming glue onto this, and you can see how beautiful this is. Come on, we are not even done with this dress and it's so beautiful. All right, I'm going to be sewing the facing onto this neckline. Like I said, your facing shouldn't be long so that it will not cover the keyhole. I'll bring the back in and also place the facing onto the back like so. So I'm going to sew onto the neckline and also fold the raw edges of the base. Alright, here we are. I'm done stitching the facing and also sewing the base of this facing, and this is the back. Next, I'm going to join this together and sew the shoulders close from the facing to the sleeve length like so. So this is it. I'm done stitching the shoulders close, as you can see, and I've also ironed my facing downward using hemming glue. So next I will be doing is to fold the sleeve area. So I'm going to fold this inward and stitch that down. I will do the same for this. And here we are, guys. I'm done stitching this sleeve opening. So I'm just going to fold this in two and sew the sides of this dress close. Okay, this is it. I am done stitching the sides. I'll go ahead and give 3 notches on each side of this sleeve so that the sleeves can relax well when turned to the right side. Next, I'll fold this into 4 and notch the midpoints of this dress. So I want you to see what the sleeve area looks like after notching. You can see how relaxed this looks. I'm going to take this first layer to the sewing machine and run my gather stitch on it. I'll do the same thing for the second layer and I'll close the sides of these layers. This is it. I'm done stitching the side of the first layer like so, as you can see, and I've also run my gather stitch on this. And for the second layer, I've also stitched up the sides and I have hemmed the base of this dress. I also went ahead to run my gather stitch onto the top part. Next, I'm going to bring the upper part of this dress and I'm going to place the first layer onto the upper part. I will merge the notch part of this layer to the notch part of the upper dress like so, and I will pin that part down. I will look for the next notch area of the layer and also on the dress and pin those areas down. I will do this to the 4 notch parts that we have on the layer and on the dress. So this is what it should look like by the time you are done pinning the 4 parts. After pinning, I'll go ahead and pull my gathers stitch like so. So I'm going to pull this and begin to distribute the gathers around this dress. So once I'm done distributing the gathers evenly, I'll go ahead and pin them down. This is what it looks like after pinning. I'll take this to the sewing machine now and sew this round. And here we have the result of the first layer. Next, we are going to be fixing the second layer to the base of this first layer. And for us to do that, we are going to notch all the base like so. I'll fold this into 4 and notch the sides and the midpoints. After notching, I'll bring in the second layer and I'll also get the midpoint of that second layer and place it onto the midpoint of the first one. I will locate all the other notch areas and pin them down. After pinning, I'll go ahead and pull the gathers thread like so. After pulling, I'll begin to distribute the gathers to each quarter of this dress. Then I'll go ahead and secure the gathers with my pins. So guys, if you have watched this tutorial to this point, I would like you to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel and turn your post notification bell on. Do not forget to share to friends and families. So this is what we have here after pinning. I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew this round. So guys, this is the final look of this dress. Since this is a loose fitted dress, I've gone ahead to make a tiny rope that I'll be using to give the waistline a good fitting. So unfold, this rope is 33 inches, so times 2, that's 66 inches. I'm just going to pass it beneath this dress like so and tie it up. Here we have it. See how beautiful this looks. Let me know your thoughts on this dress in the comment section, and if you're interested in seeing how to make a 3-tiered gown, then you should check my page. I have made a tutorial on that in the past. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you liked and enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.